And welcome to another edition of Coastline. And we no sooner are done with our Thanksgiving turkey, we now are looking towards the other holidays, Christmas Day and New Year's Day, all of the activities that are part and parcel of December. And joining me to tell us what's going on in the Bluffton Hilton Head area is Charlie Clark, who is the Vice President of Communications for the Hilton Head Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. Charlie, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I think I'm going to be full from Thanksgiving all the way up to Christmas.
I know. I put on my 5 pounds for the season already, so I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
But we'll make it. We'll make it. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of things in December that are going to be keeping us on our feet and will allow us to maybe lose some of those unwanted pounds.
Yeah, to walk off a little turkey or two,
Yeah.
so to speak. Yeah, there is a lot. You know, Christmas on the coast is such a great experience. You know, it's great to live here and to be able to kind of do Christmas in that low country way, and it's just really exciting to see things kicking off and getting going for the holiday season.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of snow down here, but we do have a lot of spirit, and
We do.
it
That's a good way of
manifests
putting it.
itself, you know?
Yep, what we lack in snow, we definitely make up for in spirit.
Yeah.
And coming up this weekend, I think, is one of the funnest, most enjoyable traditions of the holidays in the Low Country, and that's the Bluffton
Parade.
Christmas Parade. Y'all cover it. I know you do a great job of
Oh, yeah.
covering that event. So even if you can't make it out there, we actually, the Chamber goes to that event, and we were very popular last year. We had our hot cocoa backpacks on.
Hot cocoa backpacks, okay.
So
You
we
just
went throughout
sucking
the
hot
crowd.
cocoa
You know,
through
we
it?
felt sort of like the Ghostbusters of Christmas.
Uh-huh.
You know, we had the backpacks and giving out the hot cocoa. We
Oh,
had cup
okay.
dispensers. So, you know, just fun.
Very nice.
You know, that sort of reflects the fun of
Yeah.
what the Bluffton Christmas Parade is really all about. The
Yeah.
Bluffton state of mind translates really well for the
Yeah.
Christmas season.
It does, and you've got some interesting characters that generally show up in that parade, aside from your cocoa dispensers. But as you mentioned, alluded to, our own Scott Grooms is going to be co-hosting with Joy Nelson, who is your, I guess, communications counterpart with the town of Bluffton.
Right.
And Mayor Lisa Sulka will also be giving the play-by-play, the color commentary, and so it's going to be an exciting time for all. We'll, of course, see Santa at that parade, right?
Can you have a Christmas parade without a Santa? I think not.
Not
I
unless
don't
the
think
Grinch
so.
kicks him off the float.
I think it would be so much fun to see Lisa Suckle, Mayor Suckle, do the color commentary because she's so passionate, as you know, about her town and her Bluffton, as she lovingly refers to it. So I think that's going to be fun to see, just as much fun to watch her do the commentary on that parade.
Yeah, and also we'll have the various school bands that'll be participating. And were you able to get the Marine Corps band to come on in?
Macy's has nothing on the Bluffton Christmas Parade, that's for sure. No shortage of bands, and we'll see a little bit of everything. A few surprise bands out there too, I think.
All right, and some
Yeah.
crazy dancers too.
Yeah.
Who else who's doing the dancing? You've got
Dance
Dance Academy, right?
Right, Dance Academy, Bluffton Dance Academy. Just it's a really fun way, I think, too, for especially kids, youth in the community, kind of show off their talent, do what they do, as well as the adults. The adults have fun with this parade too. So if you're looking for something a little non-traditional, a little off the beaten path, then the Bluffton Christmas Parade is definitely the place you want to go for that.
Yeah, now we already passed it, but there's no excuse not to continue it throughout the month of December. And I'm talking about Small Business Saturday, because
Wow.
there's so many neat little shops in Bluffton, and both in Hilton Head and Bluffton. Tell me a little bit about some of them.
You know, we have partnered with American Express on Small Business Saturday since its inception, I think back in 2009, and it's really taken a foothold in the community, which is so fantastic to see. People really patronizing their local merchants and really just shopping local first. You know, we know that there's a big world out there, and with cyberspace and cyber shopping and everything you can do online, we just really encourage people, and it really has taken a hold of this town. So it's really great to see that, and big success story. And with the growth that's happening in Bluffton, especially in the downtown area, and just the plethora of great shops and galleries and really unique gift items you can find by doing that small business shopping beyond Small Business Saturday, and support your local merchants.
Beyond just Highway 278, you know, if you take one of those turns down Burnt Church or Old Bluffton Road, and or of course on Hilton Head, head into the Main Street, and
Main
of course
Street, Wexford. There's no shortage of shopping. It's amazing when you look at all the
Pineland,
shopping.
still a little bit under construction, but
Yeah, there's
that's
some
coming
stores
to,
open. Yes,
yeah. Mhm.
it's been renamed Sea Turtle Marketplace.
Oh, okay.
And so it's just a really neat to see that growth happening and different options coming into play for shoppers. And so definitely no shortage of spots to do that in Bluffton and on Hilton Head Island.
And of course, Shelter Cove. I mean, what a transformation from a few years ago. They tore everything down and started fresh, and now it looks so modern yet cozy.
Still low country.
Yeah.
Still has that definitely low country flavor and flair, and what a success story that's been.
Mm-hmm.
It's been great to see. It's been a success story not only with our 2.67 million visitors that come to Hilton Head every year, but locals as well. And we've both been around enough to remember the Dove Street Lights. Dove Street Lights, which was a great community tradition, and traditions continue. They just move locations.
Yeah.
And so to see that canopy of lights and all the great happenings that are going on during the holiday season at Shelter Cove Town Center, it's, if you really want a wow factor with the Christmas lights, that's the place you want to be. You definitely want to check out Shelter Cove.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
I want to hijack that Kroger and bring it over to the northern side of the Broad.
Yes.
Lots to shop there as
Yes,
well.
you can't argue with 84,000 square feet of groceries, can you?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Oh, so you talking about lights? What other lights are you going to be having around both Bluffton and Hilton Head?
Well, I think one of the most notable things, obviously, is we have this little thing called a lighthouse, and we like to light it up. It's unique to the destination. It's such an icon for Hilton Head and such a local landmark that it's really fun to watch that light up every year for the holidays. And then you can head down to Harbortown. There's always caroling, and Greg Russell is doing his annual Christmas concert, which is a huge hit. Greg Russell is so beloved and has been doing that for so long. I had a band, some friends of mine were in a band this summer actually working there, and they would substitute on some nights for Greg Russell, and people were not happy about that. People were like, where's Greg? We planned our trip around this. And so that Christmas concert is really fantastic. It's just a great night. No matter if you're, 2 or 92, you're going to have a great time at that concert.
And that's at Harbortown.
That's in Harbortown under the Liberty Oak Tree, as it always has been. So I think if I were going to Hilton Head and really wanted a light experience in addition to what's happening at Shelter Cove, that would be a great place to go, because that's not something you're going to see everywhere.
And with the
really,
exception of the gate fee, everything is free.
absolutely,
so
yeah,
that's
everything is free. Just hop
terrific.
on in, and you can dine, you can shop, you can take in the holiday festivities, and they've really done a great job lighting up the entire harbor
Yeah.
around those boats, and so it's just a really fun, festive atmosphere.
The marinas, the marinas, you can always count on not only the professional lighting that marinas put themselves up, but of course the boat owners always like to chip in as well, and that's always cool to watch, right?
It is cool to watch. Shelter Cove as well. Neptune's statue gets lit up, gets his own little Santa hat, and I don't know if many people know this, but Neptune's statue was actually modeled after Jacob Preston, Bluffton's tallest potter. Jacob Preston Pottery was the model for Neptune's statue in Shelter Cove, and if you look at it forever, you can only see Jacob Preston. That's the face you'll recognize. We put a little Santa hat on him during the holidays, and again, just another festive place to be. That's what I think is so great about the Low Country. There's so many options in terms of great, quaint shopping and local shops that you
Right.
can choose from and experience.
Now, one of the things that the Low Country is well known for is our military presence, and you honor that military with the Wreaths Across America program. Tell us about that.
That is such a great tradition that has just really started in our community, maybe I'd say about 5 years ago. And as all good traditions start, just a few people getting together saying, this is a good thing. We need to do this. It's done in Arlington and some other places, as you know. And just laying wreaths, Christmas wreaths, on the graves of those who have paid the ultimate price for our country, on the graves of veterans. And so it's just such a great way to honor them. And it's a very moving ceremony. I'd encourage anyone who hasn't participated in that event, it will definitely set the tone for your Christmas holiday for what it's all about. And Wreaths Across America, we're so thrilled that that program has come to Southern Beaufort County.
Yeah, terrific. We've already passed it, but you can go ahead and make a note for next year, the Caligny Santa that comes out of the helicopter.
How's that for style?
I know.
Santa comes in style. Like you said, what we black and snow, we make up for in style. And and substance and seasonality, and that is definitely such a highlight with Santa coming in. Kids love it, and there's always something going on at Coligny. You know, Coligny is such a mainstay of who we are as a community, first shopping center, and many refer to it as Hilton Head's downtown in many ways. And so there's always something, whether it's cocoa for the kids or getting out shopping or face painting or Santa, always something happening there throughout the holidays.
Maybe we can convince Scott Grooms to come in via helicopter as he covers the Bluffton Parade this Saturday.
I think that'd be fun. I think that'd
that
be
should
a lot of fun.
Mandated.
Yeah.
Put it in his job description.
Exactly. Maybe a little snowman made out of sand for Scott to construct right there. They do a lot of those types of crafts that are happening in Coligny.
Yeah. Well, he's been known as Frozen in the past, so that would fall in line with that. So beyond December, we want to look into 2018 and lots of things headed our way in both Hilton Head and Bluffton. What are some of the things we can look forward to?
Well, you know, is if you kick off the new year right, you can do that again at Harbor Town with the dropping of the golf ball. That has become actually listed by USA Today last year as a top event in the U.S. not to miss in terms of New Year's festivities and unusual ball drops. And that would take the cake. It's not everyone who gets to drop a golf ball at midnight for New Year's Eve. And they actually do it at 2 times. Just for those kind of early to bed, the younger set, they do one at 8 o'clock and they do one again at midnight. So you can toast the new year in that way with Harbor Town too. But yeah, lots of stuff coming into spring, as you know. Spring is things start to really get going with the St. Patrick's Day parade, and also this is going to be, believe it or not, the Cheers to 50 Years for the RBC Heritage tournament presented by Boeing. 50 years. And so there are some amazing surprises in store this spring coming up, which will be here in about 5 minutes, as we all know.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know one of the biggest challenges that I have in terms of promoting items is hitting the diverse social media. So give me some of the areas that we can check out on social media to find out what's going on in Bluffton and Hilton Head at any given time.
Well, I think one of the main spots you can always go to is, we have just in the past year, the Chamber has developed the Community Connect calendar. As every good community has this quote unquote problem. There's so many activities happening, so many things. And we found that there was really lacking one main place to go to see, does this conflict with my event? What's happening this weekend? And so with the Community Connect calendar, you can go online there and check out what's happening, especially you can do it by date. If you just want to see what's happening this weekend, just want to see what's happening through the holidays, that's the place to do that. You can access that through our website with hiltonheadblufftonchamber.org. Going online.
hiltonheadblufftonchamber.org. No dashes, no nothing, just
no
Hilton
nothing.
Head Bluffton
You can do that on your mobile device. You can also go to visit Hilton Head, find out what's happening through that social arena as well. But yeah, social media is definitely a place everyone's going to find out what's going on in their community.
All right, Charlie Clark, Vice President of Communications for the Hilton Head Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for bringing us up to speed. And we'll find out what's going on the north side of the Broad right after this.
Ho, ho, ho! This is Santa, and you're watching the County Channel. Ho, 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 ho.
And as promised, we are back taking a look at what's happening north of the Broad as far as Christmas, New Year's, and assorted celebrations are taking place. And joining me in the studio is Blakely Williams, who is the president of the Greater Beaufort Regional Chamber of Commerce. Blakely, it's hard to believe that you have been here now 10 years and 6 years as president of the Chamber of Commerce.
Right.
Time has flown, hasn't it?
Time flies. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, and the whole month of December is going to fly by. As a matter of fact, I've got just so many things happening this very weekend that we've got to tell people about. What's coming up this first weekend of, actually, I don't think we're even going to be, Friday is December 1st.
That's
so
right.
That's the big night on the town. Tell us all about that.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Here we go. Night on the Town is scheduled for Friday, December 1st. And all the stores on Bay Street and Carteret Street, Port Republic and Scott Street, West Street, they'll all be staying open late, 6 to 9 p.m. The lighting of the Christmas tree is that night. Santa is coming.
He'll be at the Christmas tree.
He will be there. He will be there. And just join your friends and neighbors for a lovely walk and do some holiday shopping and spend some time with catching up with old friends and supporting our local stores and restaurants. It's going to be a great night.
As we were talking with Charlie, that's one of the things that you have an opportunity to do is beyond the Small Business Saturday is support the local merchants and
right.
really come out and encourage your friends to do the same. I'm just thinking about all of the different places that we've got a couple of local jewelry stores, Modern and Bay Street.
That's
and,
right.
Of course, the restaurants there, Saltus. And
Oh,
have you tried
man.
their little pizza place now?
Hearth is amazing, isn't it?
It is terrific, yeah.
We love it, and we love to spend this time talking about how important it is to support your friends and neighbors. We know that this economy, our local economy, is driven off of small businesses, and our friends and neighbors want our support. So I hope that we'll make good decisions when we're out making our purchasing decisions and getting ready for the holidays.
Sure.
So many great things to deck the halls at your house with,
And you can go right around the corner from Bay Street to Carteret. And
Yes.
continue up there. And
yeah, it's such a revitalization going
Yeah.
on Carteret Street. We love to see all this new stuff coming on.
And if people are at all wondering where Carteret and Bay Streets are, they just need to follow the lights that are on the poles
Oh
all
my
over
goodness.
downtown.
Isn't
right?
it beautiful?
It is.
Just come on down, and it's a lovely drive. The light poles look like candy canes to me. They're just beautiful.
Yeah. What are some of the things that are going to be at the Night on the Town besides the shops and people walking up and down the sidewalks?
There's going to be the Paris Island Marine Band singing Christmas carols, and the local choirs will be there. We're going to have dance troops coming and dance academies performing, puppet shows, all kind of great stuff. It's a family-friendly event, so bring the whole crew and come on down and spread some holiday cheer with us.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head when you called it an event. It's not just shopping, it is an event.
It is.
You guys really go all out trying to make it a fun night.
Well, we think Beaufort is the best small town in the whole world, and so does Southern Living. And so we think this is one of the things that builds community and puts us on the map.
Yeah, and I looked at my long-range forecast here, and it's looking like it's going to be a nice, crisp evening, and clear, so you are good to go.
Sounds perfect.
Now, the day after, we
Yes.
have the Beaufort Parade, and we normally have covered parades in the past, but this year, we, being the County Channel, are going to be participating, and Alec tells me that he is going to be blasting the County Channel radio through his speakers there.
Awesome. Sunday at 3,
That's
come
Sunday.
out and enjoy that wonderful ride through Carteret and Bay Street and enjoy that great Christmas parade. It
Yeah.
is such a community building event. It starts with the Paris Island Marine Band, and it ends with Santa, fire trucks and all, so it's a must-see event.
Yeah, and again, we've got so many different participants locally. We've got the schools, the bands, the different, cheerleaders, the
Boy Scout
Pirates.
groups. Oh, Water Festival Pirates are a must, aren't they?
Oh yeah, yeah, and we saw them at the Veterans Day Parade. That was a pretty cool float they had there, and so they'll be bringing that out again. And of course, the local businesses that show up, Duke's Towing, and
Yeah.
some of the others.
I love it.
Everybody gets involved in the
I
Christmas
love it.
parade. And so we're looking forward to that.
That's awesome. But Saturday night is very fun too.
What else you got?
It's Light Up the Night Boat Parade.
Oh,
One of my favorites
All
at
right.
5:15 on Saturday night.
So you've got a whole weekend planned here.
Never a dull moment in Beaufort.
Yeah, so you've gotten all of the boats to buy into this now?
That's right. And sailboats are just gorgeous. They deck every lit up. And we see this great boat parade come through the Henry C. Chambers Waterfront Park. Free hot chocolate, free cookies. Come on out, bundle up.
Yeah,
Great
perfect.
way to bring in
To
the new
usher
year.
in the Christmas season. And then speaking of Christmas, we have got Aunt Pearlie Sue is going to be
Yeah.
doing her Gullah Christmas activity performance
That's right.
at USCB. When is that? And Tell us a little bit about
That's
it.
another can't miss event. Aunt Pearlie Sue does such a good job on Friday, December 1st at the USCB Performing Arts Center. We've got tickets at our visitor center in the Arsenal on Craven Street. We'd love for you to swing by and get some to ring into Christmas season with the Gullah Kinfolk Christmas tradition.
All right. Yeah, she does a terrific job, has been doing that for so many years. So you kind of have three things that you can work your way towards. You know, here's what I would do. I would pick any of the restaurants in downtown Beaufort, get there for the early bird special, and then the Friday night on the town begins at what time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. So then you kind of work your way down and around up Carteret Street, and then grab yourself some chocolate at the Chocolate Tree as you
Yes.
head over to USCB, and then catch Aunt Pearlie Sue.
Doesn't that sound like a perfect night?
Sounds like a great night indeed. Now, you know, we had talked about some of the lighting that's going on in Hilton Head, and I want you to know that we're looking for different homes that are spectacularly lit up, because Alec and Scott and our crew here, Rob, are all going to be out and about filming different neat areas that have illuminated homes and activities. So
Awesome.
if anybody is kind of watching and it's not yet Christmas time, give us a call here at the County Channel.
Absolutely.
What else have you got in terms of lighting?
I wanted to make sure that you all had the Festival of Trees event on your calendar.
Now, that's Port Royal.
That is. Port Royal is going to be at the Shed this year. The Friends of Caroline Hospice are going to do a great job. It's such a lovely event every single year, and that is also this first weekend in December.
Okay, busy weekend, and so that's the whole weekend. People can go Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
That's right.
And now, Caroline Hospice does such a really terrific job. They fill a very needed role, but as any nonprofit, they have a funding issue, and so you can help them out by taking part in this. And how exactly does the Friends of Caroline Hospice Festival of Trees work?
There should be hundreds of decorated trees, and so many of the nonprofits in our community and the small businesses in our town decorate a tree. So you can go home with a pre-lit, ready to go, live Christmas tree, and so they're going to be selling those on site. And it's just a lovely walk through and see all the different ways that people can approach decorating the Christmas tree.
Have you heard about this new phenomenon, the upside down Christmas tree?
No, sounds fun.
No, I don't know. It's just, my mind can't wrap itself around the physics of it, how you keep it, up.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see if
That catches
any
on.
of those show up at the
Love that
Festival
idea.
of Trees. Yeah. So that, of course, goes on this weekend as well, and is a benefit to Friends of Caroline Hospice. And then in Port Royal again, you've got the golf cart parade. When's that?
December 9th,
Okay.
5:15. Love that great parade. Port Royal Lights do such a great job, don't they? They deck their golf carts out. And they have themes and competitions and all kind of good stuff. So it's such a great way to build community in the great town of Port Royal. And then they finish up with a big hot dog roast and chili and all kind of good stuff after the parade.
Yeah, and Mayor Murray, he is going to be, of course, leading that, and he will also be in the Beaufort parade. And one of the things we failed to mention is that when we were talking about the lights, we have such an involvement from our local Marines, and the Marine Corps Air Station
Oh, yes.
always has the
My boys, that is on our to-do list every year, is to ride by Marine Corps Air Station Beaufort and see the planes. The favorite one is Rudolph, of course.
Right.
We love how they deck the planes out with lights and even the reindeer-inspired ones. They're so
the
fun.
big red front of the plane there.
Fighter jet. What better way to see it?
And so we're going to be having a lot of stuff going on that we will be covering, if not live, right here on the County Channel. You'll want to check our listing in between our interstitial periods between programs. We usually have a listing of what's coming up, and you can check that out, as well as go to our bcgov.net website and County Channel. Click on County Channel there. Now, tell me about your website, because everything these days is social media driven, and you've got the doctor of social media, Rob Wells, that puts everything together.
Oh, he's so fantastic. Check us out at visitbeaufort.com, beaufortsc.org, beaufortchamber.org, or hashtag BeaufortSC.
All right, fantastic. Now, no sooner do we go through all of December, which is going to fly by so quickly, that you guys are hosting the legislative luncheon in January. What is that all about?
That's right. Right before we go back to the General Assembly and they get back to work in January, the Beaufort Regional Chamber of Commerce will host our legislative luncheon on January 4th. This year it'll be at Kalawasi Island Club, and it is a great chance for the business community to talk with our elected officials about what concerns that they are experiencing and what they want to see accomplished in this year's General Assembly session.
So does that require a reservation ahead of
We
time?
would love for you to RSVP at beaufortchamber.org. All are welcome, but it's a great opportunity to really talk with our elected officials one-on-one about the issues that our business community is facing.
Yeah, and what are some of those concerns that you're hoping to express in the new year?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how things go. We are looking at some military tax exemption policies that we'd like to see passed this year. Business license should come up again, and then it should just be an interesting year to see how things go. It'll be an election year too in 2018.
That's true. That always brings out a lot of discussion.
That's
so
right.
We'll be looking forward to that. Well, Blakely, that's so kind of you to bring us up to speed on what's happening. And how are things going with the participation by businesses in the chamber these days? Are you on target?
Chamber membership is strong, and we appreciate all of the investment that we've received from the Beaufort community. It's a great time to be in business in the Beaufort, Port Royal, and the Sea Islands. Life is good.
Excellent. Blakely Williams, who is the president of the Greater Beaufort Chamber of Commerce, Regional Chamber of Commerce. And if you have any interest in what's going on, again, the website is
BeaufortChamber.org.
BeaufortChamber.org. That's actually easier than the Hilton at Bluffton. Well, anyway, BeaufortChamber.org.
Happy holidays.
A Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us. That's our Coastline, and we will catch you in 2018.
Since 2007, the County Channel has brought meetings, entertainment, and events to Beaufort County. Now the County Channel has a new way of informing you of happenings in our community. County Channel Radio, bringing you all the favorites of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, plus the information you need to know. To listen, go to bcgov.net and click on the County Channel Radio logo. County Channel Radio, your source for information in Beaufort County.